make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone till you find your way back home. Find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Until you find your way back home. I can't regret leaving you alone till you find your way back home.
What's up guys, Concealed Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys, in my opinion, one of the best solo builds I think for the DZ. And I've done a lot of testing with different builds, the hybrid, tactician, hybrid, high-end build. And I threw on this build the other day, and this one I think outperformed all the other ones, even though it doesn't have all the attributes from the other high-end pieces, but this one I think is the best in all. So what you're going to want to do is run 4-piece Banshee and a 2-piece Tactician. Now with 4-piece Banshee you get extra looted DZ funds, 10% damage out of cover, so that's basically a responsive at all times. And the 4th piece I think is really OP in the DZ right now. While Rogue, all ammo is completely refilled, so unlimited ammo basically. And damage taken from non-rogue players is reduced by 10%. And this one right here is pretty OP. While not rogue, damage to rogue players is increased by 10%. This bonus is increased to 20% for 10 minutes. So let's say if you're going after a group and they kill you, you come back even stronger and you do a lot more damage. And so I was thinking, like, how could I get my skill haste up, because I'm not gonna have specialized. And so I thought of throwing 2 tactician on, and the 2-piece for tactician gives you 15% skill haste. So I'm gonna go through all the pieces separately now. The chest piece, you want firearms, skill haste. I think the max is 9. I have 8. Health and ammo capacity. And for the mods, I threw on firearms with skill haste and skill power. For the mask, you want firearms with skill power as well. And minor attribute, I'd rather have like burn resistance or shock resistance. And for the mod, I'm running firearms with skill power. For the knee pad, you want to have firearms with health, damage to elites is nice, burn resistance is nice, and I'd rather have shock resistance than disrupt resistance. And for this, I threw on a stamina mod with skill haste, and the reason I threw on stamina mod was so I could proc the responsive, because the requirement right here is 2,874 stamina. So when I take this off, it doesn't unlock. So that's the only reason I have that stamina mod on. For the backpack, you could put on tactician with electronics. I have a low roll on health here, but get health, and ammo doesn't really matter in my opinion for the Banshee build, because you basically get unlimited. For the gloves, you want electronics, and here is where your opinion really comes into it. I like crit chance, skill haste, and whether you like SMG damage or assault rifle damage, that's up to you. I might rather have crit damage than that crit chance, because SMGs already have a lot of crit chance on them. For the holster, tacticians, I wish I got a better one than this, but it's what I'm working with. You want skill haste on it, and for all of these performance mods, you want first aid self heal. That should be a no-brainer. For my weapons, I just started trying the Navy MP5, and the hip firing on this thing is so cheap. But fight fire with fire, you know. And I got deadly, responsive, and competent on it. And for my attachments, I got C79 scope, got the extended magazine, small grip, and loud vent brake. This thing is really annoying because every NPC will focus you no matter how many people there are if you're shooting with this loud vent brake on, so just know that. And the MDR, of course, I like to have this one out because you're not always going to be close up to use an SMG, so when people are approaching me, I like to spray them down with the Urban MDR. And it still hits pretty hard with this build. Got the extended mag, crit damage, got the Omega rifle suppressor, and the 5.52 hollow sight. I think this is the best sight for MDR if you're using one, so you could stack up on that crit chance for it. And as you can see, my stats they're pretty balanced, like balanced out. And that toughness is going to be a lot higher too when you're rogue because of that 10% bonus of Banshee. Now looking onto my character, got 36.5% crit chance with my SMG. Crit damage is 96. Headshot damage 61. Got the SMG damage. Damage to elites. And that threat is really bad once again, but yeah. The skill power looks really low, even though I have almost 5,000 electronics, but the booster heals really good. I'll show you guys that in a second. And the skill haste on this build is excellent. That's why I like combining 4 Banshee and 2 Tactician. I could get it up to 50, but I'd rather spec into that skill power like right here. And 50 is the max for it, by the way. So moving on, toughness, max health, armor mitigation, health regen, and all that. And showing you what the booster does. Take a good chunk off. Does about 1.5 bars, which is really nice. And for your talents, well, for skills first, I like to run this base pulse. Well, not the base one, but the recon pack, because it gives you the highest crit chance out of all of them. Well, actually not all of them, but it has the quickest cooldowns. So it's 17.8 seconds as you compare them. All these ones are in the 20s. And it has just about the same crit chance. This one has the same. This one has lower. This one has lower. So I like to run this one. So you're always popping heals off, proccing competent, adept. For the booster, there you go. And I usually run recovery link with this build since I'm running solo with it. For the talents, I like to run critical save, strike back. Strike back is really good in this update. Precision and on the move. Sometimes I'll change critical save to triage if I feel like it, because if you're below the last health segment and you pop a medkit, it increases your cooldowns a little bit, and that can help in sticky situations. I haven't seen a single video on this build yet, so I thought you guys would like to know. And it works awesome in DZ, and is great for solo players. With this build, I think the benefits from the 4-piece bonus help you a lot, and with the skill haste that you get from Tactician Authority. So yeah, there you have it. Go try out the build, guys. Thank you.